Hello and welcome to our home. My name is Jim Kennedy and I live in the Woodlands, Texas, USA. I'm 73 years old and I have Parkinson's disease, or PD as I prefer to call it. I don't like to dignify it by calling it by its proper name. PD is the enemy of my life, but I refuse to let it define me as a person. In our conversation, we'll refer to people like myself who have PD as PWPs, persons with PD. I was diagnosed with PD 10.5 years ago. How am I doing? I believe I'm doing very well right now, and I believe I'm fortunate to be doing as well as I am. But I work hard at it. I have several motor and non-motor symptoms which have presented themselves in various ways over this period of time. But consistently, since my diagnosis, my major symptom has been reduced fine motor skills on my dominant side, which is my right side. This gives me problems with operating the computer, handwriting, playing musical instruments, buttoning my clothing, those kinds of things. This is my week to serve David Sangster as the week 16 point person for @Parkinsons52 Twitter. I've decided to focus primarily on music as a means of helping all of us PWPs live better with PD. In other words, music as a key weapon in fighting PD and its many complications. Today we're going to set the stage, so to speak, and then I'll show you a dramatic video at the end of today's session. Music has always been an important part of my life. I come from a fairly musical family on the Kennedy side. Many of us play instruments of various kinds, and most of us have some kind of singing voice. May not be the best, but some kind. If you have PD and a musical background, that's great. But I have very good news for you PWPs who have no experience with music beyond the enjoyment thereof. That doesn't matter. You don't have to possess a musical background to use music to help you live better with PD. Today I'd like to tell you about the different ways that music helps me live better with PD. This pie chart is intended to depict the different ways or categories that I use music to help me live with PD and live better. I've divided the chart into 5 sections. The size of each piece of the pie illustrates the relative fraction of total music time that's dedicated to that category. NMT, or neurologic music therapy, and exercise is one of the big pieces. There are actually subcomponents of that piece, and we'll talk about that tomorrow. Temp, or therapeutic instrumental music performance, and fine motor skills is another big piece. This involves playing musical instruments even if it's just a crude drum of some type. Singing has become another large component of my music therapy because it's good for breathing and for the vocal cords, of course, not to mention cognitive skills. Relaxation is important in our battle against PD, and we'll talk about that more later in the week. We'll even talk about conducting. If you've ever dreamed of conducting a big symphony orchestra, you don't want to miss that session near the end of our week together. I want you to see a dramatic video of what one form of NMT, that's neurologic music therapy, can do for a PWP who has trouble with their gait, even if the person is freezing. We'll explain more about this tomorrow. I'll send a separate tweet with this video, and I really hope you'll watch it. You'll be happy that you did. In the meantime, I want to introduce you to my little slogan if you haven't seen it before. We'll be revisiting it every session this week. Take care and thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again tomorrow.